Hi, we're with Alon Barshani. Alon, you're the general manager, vice president of Indigo, and out in Israel. And the big news for Indigo here at the show is the W7200. This is your second continuous feed press that's really a high speed one that really kind of pulls out the stops on a lot of the things that you've been doing with Indigo. And you have Hunkler front ends, you have front and the back down there to unwind the paper and roll it in different directions. Tell us a little bit about this machine.
Okay, so thanks, Noel. Yeah, we're very excited. It's the first time we're showing it at any trade show in North America. We showed it last year at Drupa as sort of a technology platform. It is based on our 7000, the Indigo 7000, which has now been sold for over a year and is doing very well. But there is a need beyond sheet fed and the versatility to get to much higher productivity, to get into not only color but to black and white and mixed kind of applications, books, etc. So we've been beta testing this extensively for the last 6 months in the United States and Europe, and we're actually at the show releasing it commercially worldwide for the first time, and we're definitely excited about the opportunity, especially in application areas such as publishing, direct mail, and trans-promotional.
Those would seem to be the place you want to be because the print speed on this is pretty quick.
Yeah, this goes up to 240 four-color pages and 960 one-color.
So you can run one color at 960 pages a minute and four color at 230?
240.
240.
And two color is in the middle, and again it goes up to the 7 colors if you want to do that, so you can do spot colors, etc. And the frame is also the longest frame we've ever had for Indigo. It goes all the way up to 38.5 inches, so again it opens up a broad range of applications within positioning and the Hunkler cutting at the end, which enables customers to do things that you could not do before.
Right.
So it's not just double the speed of our previous roll fed, it also is basically double the length, which opens up various possibilities.
So it's double the length as well. Yeah. Now one of the things I noticed that's interesting is right in the middle you have a Hunkler unwinder here, but you have this other station in the middle, the print engines are down there. What does this one do?
So this is an inline priming station. When you use these kind of applications, the volumes are massive. The cost of paper actually becomes the single most important factor. Now, Indigo is well known for its quality, and what we want to do with this inline priming is to ensure we get the Indigo quality on basically any paper. So you just stack up, you put on the roll any basic offset paper, and you'll get the same brilliant Indigo quality. The cost of the priming is very, very, very little. It's very, very efficient, and this is a huge added value. When people talk to us about cost per page, etc., sometimes people tend to forget the media. And when you take a media, which is basically your lowest cost, and get this kind of a quality, it's very, very competitive with other devices that could get relatively good quality, but with a very, very expensive paper.
Well, that's a really important thing to be thinking about, because you're doing these long runs that this machine is capable of. You really have to minimize your paper costs because they can get out of control, and
Absolutely.
Some of the specialty papers can be quite expensive that you might want to run for direct mail. But if you can get the kind of quality you need on the print, on the paper, regardless of where the paper is sourced from, that's real important.
This is for us the most critical point of this device. When we came out with our first generation years ago, we did not have this, and then it was a very niche product. Once we figured out that paper is actually more important than anything else, obviously the quality is critical, but the combination of cost and quality together, we saw a major change in the adoption rates. And as I said, this device is very, very productive. It can print up to 15 million A4 pages a month. We've had one customer that's done over 500,000 impressions in one day in the Indigo terminology, which is what some of our presses used to do during a whole month. So this is a workhorse that should be working 24/7, and then paper is critical.
So if you're, what kind of, obviously you're going to be a high volume printer, but let's walk along while we talk. What are some of the different kind of shops you see this going into?
So this will go primarily into people that are doing publications, books, mostly educational books, teachers' editions, but just general books as well. We see this going into direct mail houses. That's certainly an area of interest. At the end of the day, what comes out is not obviously this long format. It could be a postcard, direct mailers. This machine is capable of doing millions and millions of postcards in a week. So that's where we're going to. And we're seeing interest also in the trans-promotional space, which is obviously a new area in general. And some of the limitation until now, you'd have to compromise either in productivity or quality. And with this machine, you can get to significant productivity with the well-known Indigo quality. Next year, we will be upgrading this press, so it will also enable photo applications. We're seeing a lot of customers today that have 10, 20, 30 Indigo sheet-fed presses doing photo. With this kind of configuration, with inline finishing, it's more effective for the very high volume. You can do the covers themselves. Again, look at the format, a fantastic format for a cover of a photo book. And this is sort of the next step for us. We will be releasing it in the middle of 2010. So quite a few actually applications that already are geared up.
Well, you've already been really successful with photo books to begin with. It's a big chunk of your business, and this is have to expand that quite a bit in terms of doing photo books, and at different levels of volume than your service providers were able to do before. Do you think you see a niche in the market where people will be doing multiple copies of books?
Absolutely. The photo today has grown immensely.